Yo, 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 what up? It's Maddie here on Just for Fun, bringing you KCI here in Modern. KCI stands for Kark Clan Ironworks because that is like very challenging to articulate. um, this card's busted. It's an engine card. You could take one look at it and you're like, okay, there's some kind of deck that goes infinite or at least a little insane with this. So this is one of those decks. So how the deck works is the win condition is use Karkland Ironworks or Urza lands to accelerate out Ugin or Emrakul, or gain an insane amount of life with Fangren Marauder. So those are the ways to win. Usually Emrakul is to Ugin is to stabilize and Emrakul is to win. And so here's this deck. I will not take credit for. The original version is Caleb D on Channel Fireball. Now, that said, I did budgetify it a bit. So some of the changes here, instead of Wormcoil Engine, I have Fangren Marauder. Basically, it gains a ton of life. Gains more life than Wormcoil Engine. It's not as good of an attacker. It's not a bad attacker as a 5/5, but definitely against burn or something, you could gain an insurmountable amount of life. So how you do that is, again, mechanically how the deck is working is you're sacking a ton of artifacts to the vials, well springs, all of these things you're sacking to the Ironworks to gain 2 mana per and gain 5 life if you happen to have this in play. So that's how that works together. What you do is you sack everything and then you cast Open the Vaults to bring everything back, and Open the Vaults actually acts as like a ritual effect to ramp you. Let's say you can sack and get 10 mana. This only costs you 6, so then really you have 14. And meanwhile, all of the things coming back into play, you have 10 cantrips and then 8 more eggs, plus ancient stirrings. So you have lots of ways to dig to the next Open the Vaults and keep going, or to just increase the amount of artifacts you have, because these become free after you have Kark Clan Ironworks out. So then by opening the vaults, every additional one that you've played is going to net you 2 more mana. So mana gets ridiculous. So also we have the Urza lands here, in order to cast all your spells. You can rely on making lots of colorless mana. So Ancient Stirrings is there for that, and Expedition Map is the other backup plan to fill out your Tron. And this is what's in here instead of Mox Opal, which is what would really complete the deck. But Map is good because A can help you complete Tron. B, once it's in play, once Ironworks is in play, this nets you positive 1 mana, so, because you could play this and then sack it for 1. So sack it for 2 rather. So there's so much synergy in this deck. The Stirrings help you find the 3rd Tron piece, or the Ironworks, or the Ugin or Emrakul once you have the Ironworks in play. So Ancient Stirrings is like, tutor in this deck. It's amazing. Plus there's not too many shuffle effects. The maps are the only shuffle effects. So really this effectively scries you 5, because you know what's on the bottom. Thirst for Knowledge is another way to dig, to get whatever missing piece it is you need to go off. Other differences are, instead of Mana Confluence or whatever, I have Shimmer and Grotto. Some of the lands are different. The land count is the same, but the lands are different. This is just another piece of fixing so you can cast whatever it is. The only tricky thing is making sure you remember to have double white to cast Open the Vault. Sometimes I've fizzled because of that. Another difference is I threw in this Eye of Ugin here as a way to fetch up Emrakul if we need him to close out the game. You could easily to fetch him and cast him in the same turn would cost 20. You can easily generate 20 in this deck. In fact, you'll see there's a game where I cast Fenrir Marauder and Ugin and Emrakul all in the same turn. So Emrakul comes out because you're hard casting it. You get to take the extra turn, and then you get to swing in and kill next turn. Sideboard is not fully developed. I wanted some things against burn, so I put the Heroes Reunion, Pyroclasm against small aggro decks, Repeal to bounce Stony Silence or Rest in Peace, Silence for counter spells, Spell Bomb for whatever artifact shenanigans, and Wear Tear, another way to preemptively fight hate. So sideboard not complete, but not entirely without thought. Anyway, this deck is so much fun. Shout out to Jared Alpha King 2 for the games I had with my bud, a couple of them, and I really enjoy playing. I hope you enjoy watching. It's a phenomenal deck. It's really cool. Peace.